was the strangely churning waters drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Nyumkrep's crew hauled them from aboard his ark. But the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. With only moments to spare, Nyumkrep wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safely atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding regions huddled there alongside him, but it was not long before the disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Nyumkrep gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those reddened peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent upon returning to the northern seas. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time became the city of Sharlayan we live in to this day. Oh my. It's from the Twinning Dungeon? Yeah, it's from the Twinning Dungeon. It's so catchy. I watched a meme video of the twinning and I liked it and made me want to play Final Fantasy XIV again. In fact, probably right before I returned to Final Fantasy XIV, it's very likely I watched it. Everyone knows memes are the best way to get back into things. You have 200 boxes? Let's go. We need to take that bone to Pagos too. Oh my. I'm bowing down to you. Here we have Stewards of Wisdom. You got the Dino Truck. What? Holy, isn't that super rare and expensive? During the chaos of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, Archon Nyumkrep, founder of Sharlayan, bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in the northern empty, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Sharlayans took to heart the words of their savior and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from the strength of minds rather than the strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trading. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth in coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Sharlayan would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. I got 80 more free Eureka potions. What do they do? Oh, they heal. Oh, I kind of like these suspenders that I got. I think they look pretty good on my character. Oh, is that a freaking cowboy hat? I love it, actually. Oh, Red Mage barding for your Chocobro? That's beautiful. On the spine reads, Forever 20 Summers. My beloved seekers of knowledge. Have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest your body as you should? I too once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. All the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have I believe I just turned off my mic. Okay, there we go. It's working. For all the world's mysteries that drive us to reckless abandon, we have so very few years of life in which to achieve our goals. Thus do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers young. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19, or 23, or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research. Another day, another moon, another summer, to grasp the greater truths you pursue. On the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets to maintaining one's physical condition from biological, ethereological, and arcane viewpoints. This book is on the wrong subject. Introduction to the Heavens. An introduction to the heavens. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting clouds patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the nights. Some think the dome above us to be a finite space, yet, amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It is the technologists of the Alag who came to the closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It is they who launched Delamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in this distant past, that the positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly, but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart, and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? I'm going to, how do you equip the Chi on Tamalito? You go to, on the bottom right, you go hit character, you hit companion, and you will see your companion menu pop up. You can go to appearance and then change the barding. And you'll change the armor of your Chocobro. Are we doing your other 6 feet in the other starter area to get the ready map? Alright, see you there, Wolbix. I think we'll be heading over there soon after we do this library, but I'm not sure. God, I know I keep saying this, but the theme for this is so stunning. The voice of a growing city. In the years which followed the founding of Sharlayan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at the Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to speak. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical, and the larger number of participants gave rise to ever longer debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolutions. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussions, but in the year 201, the 6th Astral Era, it was ultimately decreed that Sharlayan would transition to a new form of governance. A nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. This was the forum as we know it today, conceived and created. That explains a lot. The history, the present, the founding. Roads of old, the colony. Many years ago, on the banks of the Daliak on the Dravanian hinterlands, a Sharlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th Astral Era. Scholars dispatched to Eorzea found the facilities wanting, and the demands encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share the renowned wisdom of the Shalians. 50 years later, the forum passed a motion to recognize what had become a flourishing town as an official Sharlayan colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Sharlayan, which led no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Sharlayan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as Emporium. Following the exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. I wonder if Shalyn is so hungry for knowledge. If they found out about our time in Norvrand, I wonder if they'll be all over trying to figure out how to travel. They absolutely would be. They would do... Just to the amount of things we discovered about effectively our universe and everything we know about the world in Shadowbringers would probably turn over so many theories the Sharlayans have of the worlds. Like, just the fact that we've discovered that Hydaelyn is actually a primal summoned during a sundering of the source, the Ascian worlds, along with the summoning of Zodiark, would turn over everything. The fact that their gods that all of Eorzea believes in, the 12, are actually primals. You know, the fact that all of their societies was created as a machination of this ancient society of Ascians. And of course, there's also the research of just the things that happen, like how ether works. What if they find out about the fact that the ether that they know and that built their worlds came from a rejoining of the other, you know, the first through 7th calamities, and that there are, what, 13, 14 of them just out there? Yeah, there's so many things to learn by going to an entirely different world like that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually a theme of one of the expansions. Return to Norvrand. I would love that, actually. That would actually get me so completely hyped up. Long, long ago, on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadan man by the name of Nyumkremph. Nyumkremph was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying... Oh, wait. I read this. So, I like that you can actually see Nyumkremp's ship in, Abalathia's spine in... Oh, no. Gear Albania. What was it, the peaks? Yeah, right here. Nyumkremp's Hope. You can actually see the ship that he teleported. It's wild. I can't believe that they did that. Oh, why, hello there. Fancy seeing you here. What are you doing here all by yourself? I can't. I always thought walking up to people and talking like that would be a creepy thing to do. Don't you think so? Imagine someone walks up to you and talks in this. attempting to be. I mean, I think if someone was like a supermodel, insanely super attractive, and they were that person's specific type, there would be like, okay, maybe, but I still think there'd be an element of creepiness to it. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm a super nerd. And anyways, I don't know if you ever did a quest after completing the road quest, but it's very open-ended for another expansion. Yeah, in Shadowbring, and like, not only do they do that with Eden, we didn't finish the Eden series, but the fact that Eden's story is, well, getting Eden and kind of rebuilding the world. Not rebuilding, but returning the ether to its awakened state. Would you mind getting in voice chat? Okay. Sorry, were you waiting long? I'm reading story. It's Graha. I want to make sure I borrowed at least a few promising. Should I go to push to talk? No? Okay, because I'm gonna start slamming all the dialogue. I want to make sure I borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alfino and Crow should also be along shortly. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I can see, no titles in the Archon stacks mention the final day specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare, and share on discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate, plenty of comfortable places to read, and a ready supply of hot tea. Oh, I was always quite fond of reading outside. But it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. It's been difficult. After our arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear fathers instructed the staff that even if Alfino and I were to return to Charline, we were not to be allowed across the thresholds. Yoshi said they don't have any plans for Norvrant or the Reflections at present, but they said they might touch upon it in the future if they make it fit somehow. Yeah, I believe it. I think typically they are, from what I can tell, they have things planned 3 years out. Like, not everything, but the general direction of the major story beats they're going to take 3 years ahead, from my observations. So give it 3 years. That might change. Aww. There you go. I'm sorry I woke you up, my darling. Here you go, my sweet baby. Thank you for hanging out with me. I got mine for the first area last night. Just some. Oh yeah. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the Forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rift one day. I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been able to visit your family, or do they not live in the city? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charline, yes, but I was born rather further away. In the southern reaches of Ilsabard, in fact. For generations my people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite to the island of Davner. The Alligans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship, brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikote to serve as laborers. Of course, the massive earthquakes from the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought an end to the Empire's reign, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. Oh. Well, he just explained to me my question from earlier. How did the Allegan Empire fall apart? And it was the, what's, fourth Umbral Calamity? Spicy. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allegan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Gallian rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of the local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces, but Golemrolds renamed the region Locus Amonis. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of Host Darnus. Nero Van Darnus, isn't it? House Darnus demonstrated singular interest in Allegan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allegan Eye no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and tradition of Allag. As the last child born from the Allegan Eye, I was given over to the custody of the friends in the student of the Baldesian, who had me registered as a Charlian citizen. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. Even Thancred was taken in by Archon Louis Soir, was he not? Stories of adopted wives and rescued orphans are more common among Shalans than you might think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of Archon. 'Tis exactly why I have such a love for this country, and why I wish it to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the foreign stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books. More companies should be arriving any moment now. The access to education is one of the main upside. 100%. There are others better suited for poring over old history books, so I thought I'd better try my luck with more recent events. If I can find anything better inform the forum's baffling behavior. What else do I know of Corvos? Precious little, I'm afraid. I have not returned since Master Galoof first brought me here. I can tell you that Corvosi rebels still seek to slip the yoke of their Imperial Masters, though the fighting is far less fierce than it once was. Oh, and they have carpets. Flying carpets. The legends are quite extraordinary. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Crow has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, more than a few which barely made mention of them. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes with an unexpected source. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Almorel firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. Your Gunbreaker's level 90, Meow? Oh, congratulations. I do want to do roulettes later. My thanks. Now where to begin? Actually, do you want to sign up for a frontline? Oh, honestly, Fates might be a really good way to level, but... First things first, what kind of phenomena did the Ancients encounter as final days drew nigh? A complete destabilization of creation magics. Yes, the unfolding catastrophes wrought havoc on all manner of life. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, terrible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling from the streets. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the art of creation had survived into the present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those techniques were not preserved and passed on. Istola surmises that the closest known magic is that of the summoning of rituals promulgated by the Asians. Was there aught else of note which heralded the approach of the final days? One of these I gotta try out the Crystal Conflict PvP mode. You get the Hellbound weapon. Only cool vibe out there so far is... Oh. Oh yeah. A keening sound of the world. Oh yes, the Amarotin spoke of it, didn't they? We never did hear this sound ourselves, of course, thrust as we were into the midst of a madness. But it seems that each and every one of the catastrophes were pursued by this ominous noise. Eventually it resounded all across the star, not even Amaro was spared. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must have been quite distinctive and probably quite loud. I have to speak with one of the Numenmon's Mehmets and ask after any books which make mentions of the sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? They summoned Zodiac. Yes, with Elidibus serving as his heart, so many gave themselves in sacrifice to bring him into being. We don't know exactly how Zodiac brought salvation to the star, only that by his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered up a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls they intended to render unto Zodiac, a trade that would have allowed them to resurrect the shades of loved ones absorbed by the primal. Or might have, had Venat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Congratulations to your summoner, reaching level 81. So I'm protecting the first dungeon if we get to it. I hope we get to it. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telephoroi truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen what they're doing with these kind of towers of theirs. It's forcing people to summon primals, a kind of catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. But this is all pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return to attention to the forum, shall we? We should keep an eye out for each Tola, but this time we began studying these research papers. It really is comforting to have these dedicated assistants on hand. Right then, enough chatting, more reading. Oh yeah. Who? Oh, I'm lost, am I? Well, my extended search of the Archon stacks produced one or two possibly useful books, but I wouldn't let you get your hopes up. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source's reflections from the Gerun oracles, for its potential to cause panic and confusion. That tome was deemed apocryphal and sealed away in the Great Gubal Library. This is even less likely that the knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days, would be left sitting on a shelf for any curious scholar to find. What were we were? Oh yeah, Phoenix. It stands to reason that my colleagues, be they archons or counselors, should perforce be largely ignorant of the subject. Yet when you confronted Master Fortuno with knowledge of the Telfarai and the machinations, he scoffed at the suggestion that they would pose a threat. He seemed adamant that the forum would know if the final days was truly upon us, which only supports the conclusion that whatever privileged wisdom is guiding the forum's behavior is being kept secret from the rest of the nation. Phoenix is awake, let's keep your damage going. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Not to mention that I excuse myself from reading duty. Whether they contain mention of the final days or no, these books could yet hold something of value. You won't think of leaving, were you? There's plenty of work for everyone. Oh yeah, love Seribat. Oyin looks badass. I'll probably run Scholar for Dungeon though. Oh. You feel what it's like to be Ishtola's research assistant. Oh my. I've found not of interest so far. I think Ishtola might be right about not getting our hopes up. Ah. Thank you for your help. I think I can manage the rest without your assistance. If I were you, I'd still feel quiet moments for myself. Oh dear, you look exhausted. But what about your studies? Were you able to find any books on the subjects I mentioned? Well, then the day was well spent. Should you wish to read them again, a moment at the reference desk will point you in the right direction. For the moment though, I suggest you take a well-deserved rest. We might be occupied with the research for quite a while now. Ready for a tea break, Bruce? I know I am. Honestly, my neck and shoulders are about to calcify if I don't stretch my legs and walk around a bit for a bit. You know the last stand down in the harbour, don't you? Come and meet me near the outside tables and I'll treat you to their coffee. It's quite good. Jan, 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 jan. You wanna party up, Orbix? I'm gonna send you an invite, and it's up to you. Accept it or reject it, I don't mind either way. Da, 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 da. I really like Dancer, it's kind of fun. I keep saying it. I kind of want to do a frontline, just to get my daily. No question, I'm in. Okay. You want to? As busy as ever, I see. How very Shalian that no other gourmet cafe sprung up to compete for customers. Actually, this crowd gives me an idea. Before we place an order, why don't we ask a few questions and gauge the mood of the city? I'm interested to hear what the average citizen has to say about the Telfarai. We might even learn something new. Worth a try, don't you think? Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do a frontline. Yeah. Okay, let me check. Okay, you're a character that can level up.
Wait, what? What is it? Can a man not enjoy a moment of private respite? If you're looking to share a table, then I respectfully request that you look elsewhere.
You must understand, sir. We were simply wondering if you knew the Telfarai. These enemies of peace promise an end to all we hold dear, and...
Wait! You're that house level Jaeger, aren't you? And this man with you is obviously a foreigner. I heard you were before helping outsiders indulge their barbaric whims, and here you are giving truth to the rumor. I'll thank you to leave me be. I've naught to say to the likes of you.
Well, I must apologize. It was foolish of me to expect an ounce of civility from one so enlightened. Come, Roos. Oh man. He even sounds awful. Did you hear that voice of his?
Yes, I don't believe I have the pleasure.
Pray excuse the interruption, but we were hoping you might share your thoughts on the Telefroid unconscionable plans.
My goodness, if it isn't the young Miss Lavalier. My apologies, but I work in the offices of the forum, and if word reached Master Fortunate that I was helping you.
I see. We're sorry not to have bothered you. I can't believe Astra's still here. I can see her ear twitching, listening to me. Oh my gosh, no way, Jukebox! How you doing? Hello, hello. How was Guild Wars 2? Oh, how was Repo? You know, sometimes I see you and the other streaming Repo. I'm so tempted to pop in and be like, can I play too? I'm putting on the spot, but I'll be like, can I come play? But hello Jukebox and friends. We're doing Endwalker storyline right now, and we're still kind of in the early stages. Welcome, sir. What can I offer you today? Wait, isn't that Mistress Alicia I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. And I do these very bad voiceovers of the characters when there's no voiceovers. Meet Dickon, the owner of The Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the studio. That seemed like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? It's complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Love some bad stream. Oh yeah, me too. I actually love it. I love seeing streamers do bad voiceovers, and I have fun doing it. AJ! Oh my gosh! Sometimes I see you playing some repo, and I'm tempted to be like, hey, can I join too? can I come play sometime? We have loads of space. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next time I'm gonna come. Cause I wanna play. Just to the group. Okay. They but yeah, AJ, Shadowbringers, Chef's Kiss, it was amazing. Next is gonna join too. Oh yeah, for sure. I should get Exo Repo too. EBM, oh my gosh, thanks for the raid. Were you playing Repo too? Dude, I told you, Shadowbreak, it was seriously some of the best gaming story I've played. Seriously, amazing antagonists, amazing story moments, amazing music. I love the characters, I love the dialogue. It's seriously some of the best gaming story I've gone through. And hey EVM, how are you doing? Oh my gosh, how have you been? It's been a while. It's been kind of hectic for me, lots of stuff going on. But but I miss all of you a lot. I'm currently... Hello, I'm Cheesy. I'm going through the Endwalker main storyline and doing bad voiceovers. I just completed Shadowbringers. It is peak gaming. It's so good. And somehow... Oh my gosh, thank you for the raid. Oh, I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you so much. How have you all been? I've seen, sometimes I'll be taking care of my uncle and I'll pop on Twitch and see you all playing Repo. I'm so tempted to just I'm so tempted to just go like, hey, can I play? The gang's all here. Yeah, how was Repo? I actually really like that game. Repo is super fun. You can always play? Okay. I might take you all up on that offer next time. But hello everybody, I'm Cheesy Chicken. I'm currently making a playthrough through Final Fantasy XIV. I'm currently doing the Endwalker expansion and doing bad voiceovers of the storyline. I have to say, the story is legitimately amazing. Some of the best gaming story that I've gone through. I'm still in the early stages of Endwalker, so it's kind of doing setup a bit slower than the other moments. But I do know that it ramps up quite a lot. Because I've been slightly spoiled. So I hope that y'all enjoy the adventure as much as I do. But I also popped into a daily frontline, which is PvP. If you're a fan of World vs. World vs. Worlds in Guild Wars 2, this is Final Fantasy XIV's version of it. And it's much smaller. It's 24 players per team. And so, but it's still quite hectic. It's actually kind of fun. In the meantime, while we're in this waiting, I love looking at people's fashion. Hey, that's not the, whatchamacallit. Maki's Harvard Jerkin. Wait, you can have this thing as a mount? I freaking love this thing. Have a war was worth? Hell, not messing. Oh yeah. I'll have some noms, but I'll be like, oh yeah. Thanks so much for the raids. If you need to raid and take care of yourself, absolutely take care of yourselves. I totally understand. I really appreciate your raid, and I'll try to pop in more often than I have been. It's just hectic. I have to run to bed. Yeah, for sure. I really do miss all of y'all. I miss the time where we all were just gaming together. It'd be fun to have another one, but I think Repo would be. Oh, spicy. Oop, I got. Oh, I didn't see your new dino. I was looking at that. Remember that weird plant thing with the lips and the does it have butt cheeks? I really like that mount. I really hope that I can get it. Yeah, it's round, it has lips. The mount was brown. When we saw it, it was green. Ooh, spicy. I have a feeling going in is a bad idea. Unless I go in right now. Oh. That was spicy. I like that what I did there was effectively help Yellow Kill take down a bunch of people. I got no credit. I'm not sure I understand how Summoner works in PvP. I've never played Summoner in PvP. I wonder how it works. But I assume all of them... I assume most of them are pretty fun to play. Oh no. I'm super dead. Unless I can survive for 3 seconds. But I kind of like that they have a roulette for frontline. Kind of encourages people to just keep playing this game mode. Oh wait, it's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex. That T-Rex is from the... Isn't that the one from Final Fantasy VIII? It looks just like it. Yeah. 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 Ooh. The more I play this game mode, the more I like it. I usually don't like PvP. It was... Christian Conflict. It was the older PvP mode, if I remember. It's... I think that was... Yeah. Ooh. Is it? I do know that there's an active PvP community playing this game. So, like, if you ever go into the PvP area, there's people who are actively, like, just fooling around. Charge! I like that. I like that warrior is just charging. You just charge in. That's the strategy when you're playing warrior. It's pretty great. I like it too. It's very cool. Charge! It'd be so fun if you could play with AJ again. I have some buddies who play. They said they used to raid. And... oh, I don't want to mess with the... I don't want to mess with the Ace. random samurai. I do enjoy this game. It's good. It's a good game. I'm so curious what our experience is gonna be like when we get to Dawntrail, because like I do try to stay positive, but the content creators are freaking crazy. Oop. Oh no, I'm dead. Yeah, you'd feel the rage through the screen. The intensity, those feelings. The anger seething through the electricity. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to guess we're gonna be in second place. Just watch. I'm kidding. I don't know. I have no idea how to guess. I'm just making things up. Oh no, I'm dead. But if there are people interested in trying Final Fantasy XIV for the first time, the free trial will take you all the way through the Stormblood expansion. That's like hundreds of hours worth of story content alone. I think I was just watching a video about people talking about their experience with Final Fantasy XIV. A Realm Reborn took them 40 to 60 hours to finish. Can you believe it? I didn't realize it took that long. It's not. Yeah, it's true. If you put it, when people put it like that, it's not very appealing. And honestly, A Realm Reborn isn't even that bad. It's just basic. So it's like it's a pretty serviceable story. Nothing too exciting. But it's not like it's horrible. But honestly, them giving it a slight makeover would be a good thing. And something simple as putting the freaking aetheryte in the Waking Sands would be huge. I'm going in. I think I just gonna be kind of spicy. Okay, good. I was about to run. Okay, I'm going in. Get back here and get away from my friends. Oh no. Looks like red is the top contender right now. I know, right? Looks like we gotta start bullying red. Where's our team going? The fight's over there. I know, right? Alright, only way to win is if we charge them. Right now. Right here. Take them out. Give them some sweet, sweet smacking. I'm just going all in. Oh, I'm dead. It was worth a try. The Sultana? Wait, is the Sultana really on our team? I do love that so many people cosplay as different characters, including the actual characters from the story. It's very cute. Hey, look at that, we might make second place. Oh, Dawn. I think yellow pinced us. Yeah, look at that. Whoa, hey, look at that. We're technically second place. We tied for second place. Isn't that great? Oh yeah. Oh, Dickon, tell me more. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Oh, what's my voice? What? Welcome, sir. What can I do for you today? Wait, is that Mistress Alicia I see there? My word, how long has it been? Far too long. Meet Dickon, the owner of The Last Stand. I used to frequent his cafe on occasion, in between lessons at the stadium. That seems like an age ago now. I remember hearing that you and Master Alfino had set sail for Eorzea, but then you never came back. Lately there's been gossip about your father disowning the pair of you. Everything alright at home? So long, like, your PC's dead, Ham? Oh no, do you have any idea what's wrong? It's complicated, and I hadn't expected complete strangers to be so familiar with our situation quite so quickly. Everyone has an opinion, it seems. Well, it is House Lavoulier, No matter how discreet Master Foshino may have been, news of your family doings never stay secret for long. Things being what they are, what brings you back to the city now of all times? We have questions, and only Sir Lion has the answers. Tell me, Master Dickon, have you heard anything about an apocalypse called the Final Days? What, like the end of the world? Nothing like that, I'm afraid. And that's what you're here to find? Information on this apocalypse? Yes, whatever we can learn. Unfortunately, your patrons appear to be unwilling to speak with me. I wish there was more I could do to help. But maybe there is. You're a visitor to Shoreline, aren't you? GPU screen. Do you have the ability to maybe replace your GPU? And if you're crazy and dedicated, you could solder it and try to fix it. At the very least, a GPU is replaceable. Like if you can buy a compatible GPU, you know, you don't need to replace the entire machine. But it also depends on how old your PC is. Then few will know your face. We should be able to pass you off as a server with none the wiser. We just finished preparing a few orders. Strike up some friendly conversation while you're sitting down the food, and you might just get the answer you're looking for. Not a bad idea. I hate to ask, but what do you think? That's the spirit. Pay attention now. I'll explain where each of these dishes need to go. The tea set is for the chatty group sitting by the water's edge. The omelette is for one of our regulars, a Highlander by the name of Gisela. She's sitting at the outside table with a friend of hers. Behind them you should see a Mikote gentleman. He ordered the oven-baked lobster. Got all that? If you're not sure, just ask and I'll explain again. Good luck. Not worth it because it costs changing parts here, and you need to pay someone to do it every time. It's only going to cost more in the long run. So in that case, are you going to get a new PC? Let's see, the couple ordered the tea, I think. I'm waiting for that charming little tea set. Here you go. You're gonna go, alright. Do your thing, Ham, do your thing. Oh, my tea set. Lovely, thank you. Who said that? To tell her for who? I'm sorry, I've never heard of them or their final days. My friends and I are somewhat uninformed when it comes to current events. Now, if you wanted to hear about ritual arcane practices of the Sixth Astra era, common or esoteric, then I'd be happy to talk your ear off. They wanted the... Gods above, I'm starving. I've never known the service to be this slow. I remember the cat, he wanted... Oven-baked. The oven-baked lobster is one of Last Stand's most famous dishes. The flavor is said to be phenomenal. But unfortunately, so is the price. Okay, so they wanted the omelette for sure. Ah, finally! 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's dig in. No time to waste. Oh wow, she looks angry. What? The Telephoroi? Ah, yes, I remember seeing the name in the latest gazettes. That and some grand claim about the end of days. Some senseless warmongering. When will these fools grow tired of spilling each other's blood? Best to stay out of it, I say. The forum made the right choice, and I fully support our decision to remain neutral. Here you go, obeying banter with a smile. You don't need to butter me up, you know. I already ordered one of the most expensive things on the menu. Oh, look at that lobster. At last, the oven-baked lobster is mine. You have no idea how long I've scrimped and saved and suffered to avoid this heavenly dish. The final days? This is the first I've heard of it. Although that would explain why my friend has been rushed off his fate. It must be a busy time to be a gleaner. You don't know what a gleaner is? They're collectors of a sort. Travel the world procuring things that we haven't got here in Sherlion. Priceless books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. So named for those folk who trailed after the reapers in the field, picking up every grain which was missed. By all accounts, gleaning is a most meticulous and demanding profession. If these Teleforum make good on their audacious threats, then many uncatalogued rarities could be lost further. Why else would the gleaners be buzzing about in such a frenzy? Watch the harbour, and you'll see what I mean. They're carting loads in from the docks all day. It's never been this hectic before. Not like this. The music in this game is so good. I love the nighttime music of this place. Any trouble with the customers? Were you able to get anyone talking? Interesting. They seem unaware of the final days, aside from whatever vague news the gazettes are printing. Even Dickon had nothing to offer, and he's the best source of gossip in the city. If the forum does have secret knowledge, then they've done an impressive job of ensuring no one whispers it in the wrong ear. In any case, thank you for playing the part so well. Here, that cup of coffee I promised. But let's enjoy our drinks somewhere else, shall we? Maybe behind the peristyle, away from the gossips and their wagging tongues. Oh yeah. Nothing worse than wagging tongues all about you. That specimen came from the moon. Oh. Okay. Never mind. Yes, this should do nicely. Out of the wind and out of sight. Hi, my darling. I'm going to eat the moon. That... what was it? That wizard came from the moon.
What I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in, that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlayan? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume.
Bad father
silently.
moments. It really is a horrible
It was
father.
only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family.
It sounds... I mean... I hate to say it, but it sounds like something typical that would happen in an Asian family
If I
too.
could have just mustered a civil
I can't tell you how many
response, then
times
things
I've been
might
threatened to
have
be
turned out
disowned.
differently.
Like, I'd be like 5 years old and my parents... And I'd do something a 5-year-old would do, and my parents would be like, "Why did you do that? I'm going to kick you out of the house. I'm going to disown you and you're going to be homeless." And they'd throw me out the front door and lock the door for like a few, and then like 5 minutes later, my sister would let me back in. Oh, childhood. Classic Asian families. Being stubborn and self-righteous, running in the family's trails, eh? Your brother during Rome Reborn. Oh yeah. Alfino was such a overconfident little shih tzu in a Rome Reborn. And I think I do.
A vast complex beneath the island.
So here's a thing that people don't like lately, is they hate it when characters have an annoying phase, an annoying, insufferable phase, like Alfino during A Realm Reborn. But in my opinion, those moments where they're just being a little shit, and the eventual, and if the story goes there, it redeems them, it shows them growing. I do believe that makes for a better story. And it's not really fair to just constantly hate on a character just because of their, previous behavior. Especially when it's... Now, the worst thing is when a character is an insufferable little bastard and they never change from that. Those are the worst stories, in my opinion.
Sharlayan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples.
I love watching anime, but the number of insufferable characters that never ever change is a little too many.
Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Like, I think Suyu is actually an amazing villain.
Unusually large.
I really like her.
When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo.
But she is
transported by boat.
insufferable. The only one they haven't redeemed yet is Asahi, but I don't think that's a character that deserves redeeming. There's no redeeming him. And you know what? That's fine. Just him being such a bastard of a character, it makes me appreciate the other characters more, like having that bits of contrast.
The ones we saw manning those boats, and Gleaner's answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Sounds like we have a plan. Bless you. I wonder if GPU brand matters. It kinda does. Oh, Ham. If you're looking for... Here. Google PC part picker. PC pot picker. This is if you're looking for building a PC, I recommend using that. It allows you to choose parts, and it'll tell you if it's compatible or not. Very, very useful tool. I don't know if they show prices, but those are the prices for America, I believe. So that probably won't help, but the compatibility tracker is gonna be a lifesaver. We should tell the others what we learned about the Gleaners. Go on ahead to Numenon. I'll join you in a moment. Master Dickon wants his cups back. If anything, have you ever taken apart your PC, Ham? It's intimidating and a little scary, but it's not the worst thing. It's sturdier than you think. So as long as you're properly gentle with it, it'll be fine. If if all you need to do is replace the GPU is actually one of the easier things to replace. You don't need to take apart your PC unless your case is kind of crazy. It's a matter of just unscrewing a couple screws, plunging down the lock, whatever it's called, the latch, and then gently pulling your GPU out, and then you just reverse the process to put your GPU, your new GPU in. My loyal assistant returns. There's a lexicon on the first floor I need you to... Ah, you found something, haven't you? I'm not that gentle, oh my. Okay. Well, it's sturdier than you think. Is that coffee I smell? Did I miss the tea break? Aww. Where's Alicia? I thought she was with you. Welcome back, Roos. Been for a walk and cleared your head, have you? Not exactly. We did some impromptu investigating and turned up information on the cleaners. I just said, oh no. Don't forget to clean your hands. Very important. It makes sense. The Gleamers take their requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats. But as you say, they ultimately answer to the forum. A sudden and insignificant increase in Gleaner trafficking and cargo, it certainly gives us the impression of an overarching plan being put into motion. Let us see what theory we can build from the facts. As Ishtola observed earlier, Nominon's archives appear to contain no information concerning the final days. Coupled with what Roos and Alicia learned at the last stand, we can be reasonably sure that most Shalines know nothing of that particular period of ancient history. Yet my father and his colleagues are not only familiar with the final days, but are also somehow certain that the destruction being perpetrated by the Telephore is wholly unlike these apocalyptic events. Moreover, the Forum claims to be so occupied by a duty of such pressing importance that they saw fit to unanimously deny Neorzia's request for aid. And now the Gleaners, official agents of the state, have been mobilized on an unprecedented scale. I do not think it's a stretch to conclude that the Gleaners' recent activities are in service to the Forum's secretive ends. Did Alfino grow up a little? In which case, our next course of action seems obvious. We visit Labyrinthos and assess the situation for ourselves, and if we're lucky, the Gleaners will be far more receptive to our questions. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. As for myself, there are a few more subjects I should like to research. I may join you later, but feel free to leave behind your borrowed books and be on your way. I'll see to it that each is returned to its proper place. That would be a great help. Thank you, Raha. I love that Graha is a character now. Let us head down the stairs over there and I'll show you where the entrance is. I know. I love that he's a character. I could have sworn he would have died in Shadowbringers, but they didn't. It's nice. Did you just give me Peloton? Yeah, give it to me, baby. Ready? Labyrinthus is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. I see somebody. Off we go then. Why, hello. I like your outfit. It's very scholarly. Is that the tome? Is that the tome outfit? Thaliak's chest strap of casting. I'm aiming for Thavnarian's color. I see. I like it. Looks good. Exo's outfit looks amazing too. Now we run. Try to keep up. What the heck? It's a PvP top? Oh, really? I gotta admit, the PvP, they really made PvP tempting. Just because all the outfits look really good. I've seen a lot of really tempting outfits every time I see it, for every class. Up here. Oh. The rostra. Not far now. I do too, very stylish, yeah. I remember seeing, I think it was a leather jacket for Monk that I was pretty fond of. It looked good. Here we are, through this door and down the stairs. You did remember to return to the shop back there, didn't you? It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Oh, wow, I didn't expect... What a weird place to put a path to some whole other location. I think it's one of the level 90 tops you speak of when you say leather jacket. Maybe. Could it be? You didn't take a wrong turn into the rostra there, did you? I doubt the forum would take kindly to you barging into a private session. I've not been to Labyrinthos in the longest time. Even as a student, my visits were few and far between. How did the forum learn of the final days? Exactly how much do they know? More to the point, what do they intend to do about it? Hopefully the answer to at least one of those questions lies below. Welcome to the Hall of Artifice. Should you be looking to descend to Labyrinthos, the lift will take you there. Well, we're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go. Down we go. I've heard this song.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
Emmett Selk's voice.
In any age exist those who
What
consider
an
the
amazing,
amazing. And this false
Every time I hear his
architect
voice,
surely
I'm gonna
belongs
say
to that
his
special
praises.
breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no
I
room
dislike the day
remains,
music here.
then make more
I remember
room.
listening to the song, it's kind of annoying, kind of
Simple
awful.
solution at first, and then bit
Very
by bit,
odd.
a profound transformation. Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no
I remember
escape.
watching a clip of one of the voice actors going crazy over trying to get Emmett Selk in the new Magic the Gathering cards. It's pretty cool. Night track is fine, but day one is grading. Yeah, I heard that. I've listened to
Not
the
what
day
we
track before.
expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
It is
But
pretty
I
great.
assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
I have the Emmett card, at least one of them. Oh
The island
man,
is
don't let the
volcanic, you see,
don't. I
and
forgot
once
which
upon a
voice
time, this
actress
great
it
hollow
was.
must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Wow. They've been continuously building the place for 400 years? I can't
Aren't
comprehend
those
that.
people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected.
Was it?
That they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
I was just thinking, I don't know why. I was working on an erotic fan fiction between what were those characters in Guild Wars 2?
Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the
That's
descent.
thoughts. Okay, good. Cause I've
I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
That was fun. Dude. Excuse me, are you a gleaner? If you don't mind, I have some questions to ask. Oh, a fresh face. That's a rare sight. How might I help you, newcomer? What do you do here? Simply put, my job here is to record and classify the Gleamer's acquisitions. But the work's anything but simple. We collect all manner of items here in Labyrinthos. Ancient scriptures, artifacts, rare specimens, you name it. Odds are that we have it, and all that needs to be inspected. Ooh. Looking really cool. This is Upper Acrinthos, Labyrinthos primary storage facility materials discovered via the lift. Here we identify and sort said deliveries before they're sent on Archean or another facility for safekeeping. You might say we're a surface entrance for Labyrinthos. Is it? It is a male bunny person. He's gorgeous. Look at that. You're here to help or give me... Oh. You're here to help or give me more headaches. Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted, he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. And I have a pack of marmots running loose. But he was like angry. He was an angry boy. That's over. Welcome back, Orbix. Let me think. The rare should be item 1058, community should be 1059, Snowball Berry 1060, or were they 1061? My head feels like it's stuffed with mucko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Quirthan carrots with the Kirobanian carrots? What then? I bet these gleaners aren't being paid out. It doesn't seem like it. This seems like an impossibly difficult job. and kind of soul crushing. Nay, I'm not shirking my duties. I've not been down here in age, and I wish to get my bearings before I went bumbling about. From what I can see, it's not obviously out of place. Seems we shall have resort to discreet inquiries as usual. Yep. There's that grating day music. Let's turn on battle music. Violin part is fine, but the chirping burns. Oh no. Type in /lookout, usually works. It doesn't always work though. Use a level 80 character. Class.
You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books and all, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. I've never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Though, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped on our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be their changing layout, eh? Pray for the next big expansion.
Oh, look at this name.
Tim Fog. Not looking to transporting all this, but I'm looking forward to a nice drink afterwards.
We'll turn on the battle music so it's not so grating. Any looks, Roos? What tales did the cleaners have to tell? That guy's just glaring a hole into me. So, this grand apparition began without a warning. For every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain their haggard faces I've been seeing. We are right. The farm is definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. We'd do well to learn more of what specifically Lenos are being tasked to do, as well as who attacked them to do it. If you're game, Roos, I have an idea. Didn't one of the gleamers you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you would help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting! You wish to help me find the marmots? I've nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your hearts, I'd welcome the assistance. The name's Aaronville, friends, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a try I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them with this in this sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scamping around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that wouldn't hesitate to prey on our marmots. Or you. I'll search the trees to the west. The east part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Oh yeah. Added to a matriarchal society, culture. But of course there's different tribes, so... everything's different. Yeah. Oh, check out this skill. Oh. Okay. Do you want to see? Check this out. Isn't that a pretty skill? Chirp, squeak! Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. Not the mouse. Look at that thing. A troll? I like it. I see a moose. I really like that skill. It's so flashy. Squeak, squeak. Come into my rat sack, grizzled mouse. Get in my rat sack, yo, wily little mouse. Oh wait, there it is. Chirp. Come into my rat sack. Squeak, squeak. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Ah, there's the odd moment out. Wait here for a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. That's a belly. Thankfully, the marmots seemed to be unharmed. They held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. Yep, my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now and in perpetuity. Thank you for the follow. The same officials who had us working day and night of late. The honorable members of the forum. Who else? Suitable for the consumption and easy breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. I think he is. Oh. There you are, Roos. Is this the Gleaner you mentioned? One who was looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friends. Who are you folk anyway? I'm Krav, the students of Baldesion. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not set entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry I can't offer you more for your services. I have a feeling that this character is involved with the Beastmaster. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Teleforum made the chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus I'm inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Although, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Teleforam's decoration was what set it all in motion. It seemed likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wide investigation of Labyrinthos. For the more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand up to find. Hey, Dog Nasty. Endwalker's going great. It's still the beginning, so a bit slow, but it's standing up a lot. In that case, how about we head to the Archaeon? From there we can reach the lower... Oh? Cryle, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archaeon. We followed the path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to look out for. Start with slow, but it picks up like, damn, this got good out of nowhere. Yeah, I hear that's the case. I heard that... It was just an off comment I read somewhere in that Endwalker suddenly picks up and just goes crazy. And just keeps... It goes JRPG out of nowhere and raises the stakes to levels you never expected, which I'm all for. It's not a JRPG unless you're... unless something crazy happens. Oh, you want to do the Fate together? Yeah, how are you, Dog Nasty? How's your streaming going? What have you been up to? What have you been playing? Dungeon Stalkers. That's the first time I've heard of that. I'm doing well, man. I come to notice you're a variety streamer. Nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty much a variety streamer too, but I have a tendency to get really into a single game for a long time. In the case of MMORPGs, I tend to stick with it for a long time. But when I play like other games, I tend to switch off a lot. But yeah, how are you liking Dungeon Stalkers? I've never heard of it. It's a playtest. It's a game like Dark and Darker. I did really like Dark and Darker. So the thing about a game like Dark and Darker, it is fun when it's hyped up and lots of people are new players are actively playing it. But once only the hardcore players are left, the game kind of falls apart. Oh, no worries, Dog Nasty. The core sweaties, yeah. When there's like lots of casual players, super fun. Once the core sweaties take over, it's this weird feedback loop where they're the ones keeping the game alive, but they're also the ones who are destroying any new players that are interested in the game. I don't think there's an actual fix to that in any PvP game. Oh, this is the foremost material archive in Shoreline. I should love to explore its treasure shelf by shelf, but I fear we have little time for such indulgences. We caught in a mist on your way here. The sprayers keep the air humid, so the habitat feels as close as possible to natural forest. Oh my god, my heavy hatchling is cute. Don't worry about me. I'm hale and healthy. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect that, Nay, let's discuss this later. The investigation demands our undivided attention. Once they lose hype, they die also. Yeah, it's true. Behold the Archaean. As Numenon serves as Shoreline Literary Archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as those detailed records of those who procured them, described them. In a matter of speaking, the Archaean contains a physical history of Shoreline's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. I really like Dark and Darker. I was hoping that it would develop a little bit faster and be like in a state where hype comes back, but it never hit that. And I was tempted to try it, but the fact that there's oh, whoops. I accidentally turned off my mic. But yeah, Doc, I really like those kinds of games, but they do try to fine line between making the sweats happy and making it accessible to new players. They really have, if they want to make the game alive, they have to cater to, honestly, they should probably cater to new players the most, as much as the sweats hate it. Because, like, if it's like 200 sweats left, it's barely a game. That's barely a community, and they can't keep a game alive like that. Of course, that doesn't mean they have to make the game, you know, super easy. There needs to be enough depth still that people who want to delve deeper into the game have something to do. It's pretty hard, but I think it's doable. That's the problem. The changes they made pushed away everyone, not just the casuals. Oh, yikes! Are they going? That's not a good look, especially for a tiny studio like them. Game went from 20 to 30k. Ouch! That's a huge drop. For a game like that, it's hard for them to get it back too. They're gonna need to take a break from periodic updates and release something like equivalent to an expansion. So maybe instead of small trickle updates, they need one big one to bring everybody back at that point. But they also need to get the game into a basic playable state that can keep the remaining 5k players. I think that's great. There's something fresh to bring people back. Yeah, from my experience seeing games, that's usually what does it. Pruse? You're clearly not Gleaners then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Aldesian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us then. Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? Well, I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after a restructuring operation is concluded. By that time, it would be too late. We're so close to getting answers. Dungeon Stalker is very much like Dark and Darker, with more anime third-person vibe and plate system. That sounds kind of fun. Can I post a clip in chat to show? Yeah, hit me with it. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step aside for the moment, shall we? I'm kind of curious about this game too. Students of Baldesian.
Oh, it's the butcher.
Alright, let's watch this. Browse or share.
I've seen people doing
Oh,
this.
graphics
He
looks
just
nice.
does like straight line attack
Oh,
shit.
it's so JRPG.
So,
Oh, he's on me.
Look at that outfit. Actually, it looks good though. Looks pretty fun.
he just does attacks in like a straight line. But that shit right there, he'll hit you behind him, so be careful.
Oh, he missed me.
I like that it's action, but it's it has a slower pace, so it's not going to be obnoxiously skill-based. Holy boob, I know. That character has some assets. I'm guessing, is it a Korean developers? It's totally Korean. Yeah, they have a look that they like. I can see that game kind of picking up popularity if they balance it just right. I like that they starting with slower movement speed because that makes it more accessible to a lot of players. And accessibility is important. Nothing like it when I play a game like that and I go fight a player that has the skills where it seems like unless I put in 100 hours I won't even be able to hit this guy. I'm gonna go play another game. And that's happened to me a bunch of times. Interesting game, super fun looking. I go into a match, I go get up against a guy, he trounces me so thoroughly where I don't even get a single hit in. And by the time this happens for the 5th time, I'll just uninstall the game because I can yeah. I do like skill-based games, but I don't have that much time to put into them anymore. We're at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But if I can get like 2 hits on him, that will at least give me the hope that I have a fighting chance, you know? I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. Must seek another means to access the lower levels. Cute emo. 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the destruction one way or another. If we would ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the rift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Okay. Mend a junk manga. I actually do have to mend something. Thank you, good sir. Bone Weary Worker. Are you level 100? I have Dark Knight and Gunbreaker at level 100. I have a tendency to do the roulettes every day. Yeah, just hop on, do these roulettes. Just doing the main scenario roulette will get you like 50% to leveling. And then do a leveling roulette, that'll get you another 50%. Not quite 50%, but almost there. And then just do that once a day. Next thing you know, in 30 days, you've gone up 30 levels. What's that? Take you on down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and I've only now I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow howling at the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, getting some man of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. I'm just ahead of him. I have 4 jobs at level 100. Almost 6. Wow, nice. Let's go. Let's head this way, but I have maybe 2 level 93s, but I finished level 93. I noticed like 90 and up is really easy to level. I think when I did like a leveling roulette at level 90 plus, they give you a buttload of EXP. I think 90 to 100 took me was the fastest for me. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into Archean, even though we found... Actually, I have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. We're just wandering around tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh, just a little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until Arcane is open again. Let me test that now. Level 2 4 times a day in the 90 plus range and doing all your roulettes. Yeah! I noticed that 90 plus, if you just go down the list of roulettes, you level up really quickly. The slowest leveling is like 60 to 70. That's by far the slowest. Definitely picks up in Shadowbringers because shared fates being really juicy. Oh yeah. Those shared fates, in Shadowbringers, those fates give you a nice big chunk. In Stormblood, I don't know why. They should bump up the EXP by a lot. You get nothing from doing fates in Stormblood. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude. Oh wait, let me start all over. Quiet. You'll frighten it away. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. That cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friends. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cry a distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with the sleeping dart. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie down in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Doesn't pick some Shadowbringers with your fate, twist of fate boat. Oh, I remember getting the twist of fate. It's like a 50% increase, but 50% of a tiny number is still a tiny number. Oh really? What does he sound like? That's the one! Large red bird. I mean, that's it, right? Oh, green bird which caws. Caw-caw! So far, Endwalker has been really chill. Then again, the beginning of all the expansions are really chill.
Fair shot.
A fair shot?
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
I see. Aaronville, my beloved. I had
There you
I had a
are.
feeling he was gonna
Any
be
new
really popular.
revelations?
The moment I saw his face, I'm like, holy moly, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous man. Now I'm finding out his personality. But
So
most
you met with that
characters,
gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
most characters in this game have really great personalities.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after one?
Wanna kiss this man boy? Oh my.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not
And
in
I'm
this
posing in a
case,
game
I'm
launcher since I first got the game. I had no
I've been
idea he was
asked to bring
being
a
an actual
bird
character.
below.
Oh wow. Oh, and the launcher, that's what you mean. It didn't connect in my head. Look at that face. It's like dark marble. Perfect skin. And look at the... He's the first bunny boy we've seen.
The lower levels of
I love
labyrinths.
that.
Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the
So
Forum.
I know that originally you can only play female Viera, and they released male Viera later, right? I'm guessing in Endwalker. And I like that the first male Viera is this gorgeous,
The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay.
gorgeous man.
Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy
That
to
female
the truth.
Hrothgar later as well. Oh, I didn't know that.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
I'm curious about their choice about staggering the genders like that, but... Yeah.
What could a facility subject to
I
such
suppose it
strict
just fits
security
in
protocols
lore-wise.
possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I
On the
wasn't
old
afforded
games,
an
they never
explanation.
existed. Oh, true. There was never a male Viera in, like, 12. I don't know where Hrothgar
Judging
came
by
from,
the
though.
requisition list given to me in my
Wait,
college,
no, Hrothgar
I doubt it's for
from
any kind
the
of
Tactics
advanced research.
series? I could be
I'd be more
wrong.
inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance.
Maybe. I mean, that's... that is the lore that they came up with.
They're
Hrothgar
comparatively
on...
hardy
Oh,
species
10!
too,
Oh, Kimari
able
was
to endure
Hrothgar.
harsh climates. Among them
Oh,
are
that's
specimens
right.
known to
I
be
forgot
effective in
about
improving
that.
soil quality
Whoa,
and
is that where they're
purifying
from?
water.
I love that.
When you put it that way, migration
Alright,
does
if,
sound like a
if you've
reasonable
played
assumption.
10, did you like playing Blitzball? I really liked Blitzball. I thought it was great.
Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations.
Loved it. Yeah, I don't see anyone using Hrothgar horn like that guy, so I understand. I'm only doing a run of 10. Oh, let's go. I really want to do a playthrough of 10. I've never beat it. But 10 is like... Before the merger with Enix, 10 was the... I don't know, epitome of Final Fantasy, in my opinion. It is so good. In so many aspects. It is a beautiful game.
Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
It's such a fantastic. It's so good. The music, the
Perhaps
story,
you might reward us after a
like
fashion.
all of it.
It is imperative that we reach the lower levels.
It's so engaging. It's an actual love story that.
And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo,
Oh my gosh,
mayhap
I'm
we
thinking
can
about it and
help you
getting
with your
chills.
assistance.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Such a good
Once
love
the
story.
animals have been prepared for transport, we sent them down separately via the lift. I will, of course, follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
I didn't get much into X2. I watched my sister
Indeed.
play it,
Pray
but
forget
the
I said
story
anything.
wasn't so interesting to me. Like, and it's such a roller. Yeah, it's such a roller coaster.
How do you feel
It's
about
epic. It's
climbing?
cool. It's
If
fun.
you've strength
It
and the
has
courage to
such a
brave it,
unique
then
style
there's another way
too,
down.
with the way they did like the futuristic magical technology of like Xanarkin, and when 2 Xanarkin plays. Oh, the sphere grid, and the
This
gameplay was
path
crazy.
leads to the
The fact that you can make your character so
mine shaft
obnoxiously
excavated during
powerful
one of
by
our
going through the
expansions
sphere
of
grid
Labyrinth.
is hilarious.
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome. But consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Bid you good day.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this
He
far.
does have the same
Let's
accent.
go and take a look at this mine shaft.
What are the chances? She has yeah. What, Lina's accent. What accent is that? It's not one I've heard, so. Ooh, fates. Oh, which fate do you want to do? There's one here, there's one there. Dragoon's so cool. I gotta admit, Dragoon has... Just look at this attack. Oh yeah. That... Like my neurons are firing when every time I use that skill. Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Should we do that other fate? And where's the gemstone trader? Really? What else was good about Final Fantasy XIV? I used to be, when I was younger, I was super into Lulu. Teenage me. It's teenage me. There's not much explanation needed. But I also liked Riku. I know Aaron is from, but I'm not sure he tells you, so I'm not sure if I should tell you or not. Oh. Interesting. I'm kinda curious, but at the same time, I'm wondering if he tells us. I gotta say, Waka is one lucky man, isn't he? Sassy goth woman? I mean... Oh. She's, not quite Gaia. Oh, it's the mud thing. I love this. Look at that face. It's one of my favorite things. What else? Yeah. Man, 10 was really good. First one that had full voice acting. Oh. The whole father-son storyline with Jekt and Titus. Oh, that was such a... The conflict of like what her journey, or Yuna's journey. Oh, it's so good. I really want to play it. I want to show it to Exos too. I think she would really like it. It's content? Oh yeah, baby, content! I have a feeling you would really like Final Fantasy X. I wanted to unveil the map a little bit. I mean, I would definitely watch you play. It's been a long time since I played it, and I never beat it. And younger me didn't pay as closely to the story like I would now. So I think it'll be pretty fresh and really, really fun. I really do. There's a Steam sale. I was actually looking at the Steam sale right now. I added it to my wish list. So I'm like this close to buying it. It's not like it's expensive either. I've spent more on a burrito than I would have spent on that game. I never would have noticed the cave on my own. Thank the scholar that I never knew of it, that you were there to persuade him to share. Is this a dungeon? I took a quick peek inside, but it's awfully dark in there. The meteor circuit which Annabelle mentioned is tiered directly below us. Like the lowest level labyrinthos with rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let's see what we can find. I wanna play Final Fantasy X again. I do, I very much do. And I want a proper playthrough of like 7, 8, 9. I was kinda too young to really appreciate it the first time I played it. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the train ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other when it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We meet up again on the other end of the tunnel. Okay, definitely not a dungeon. You have the bed! I wanted that. It's not Mimi. My god, Dragoon has so much burst. Burst and damage, then everything dies so quick. Oh, are you playing Viper? That's probably why things are dying so quick. X and X2 combo is $12. Oh man. Seriously, right, Dark Nasty? How could I say no to that? Like, there's no reason not to buy it. Dragon is one of the longer bursts, I think. Other than Summoner. Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't know Summoner had such a long burst. But pretty fun. When I sneezed, my abs. I did abs yesterday, and I'm feeling it. I wish I had a six-pack, though. That mine shaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of research project, I wonder. Brag about the abs, man. I wish I had abs to brag about. Oh man, who doesn't dream about having a six-pack? You know? I suppose they are a most unusual creature. Why did they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle around narrow tunnels? Bruce, did you know Crow almost took a tumble back there? She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. Crow's... I was being careful, I swear. This slope was steeper than I thought, and I lost my footing for a moment. That's all. I'm not injured, if you don't count my pride. Something's wrong with Cryo. I got a six-pack of... Oh, man. You know, I've been craving beer lately. No joke. You know the rules? Abs are made in the kitchen. It's true. So what you're saying, I should lift up more food into my mouth. I think I will do that right after this stream. Everyone seems to have made it through, without incidents. Nothing of consequence, at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuits. As I recall, this is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration. Then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Is that a fate? Look at this eagle. Steamy Samantha? Why do I like that name so much? What? Man, Dragoon has this big... You have to like smash so many buttons at the beginning when you're a Dragoon. I'm so curious why Steamy Samantha is so steamy. You know, sometimes, just sometimes, the Fate bosses have lore attached to them. Not always, but oh yeah. Oh yeah. Da 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 da. Button smashing a Viper. Viper does look pretty fun. And it does look... It looks smashing too. Okay, what are the chances I can... Oh, shoot, the time. I suppose I should wrap things up soon. Okay. Well, we'll wrap up the stream. We'll wrap up the stream here.
Around other people in real life, I just get sick because of exposure. Default value is 1, which is 100%. It's multiplicative. Okay, so it's a
Let us
multiplicative
find
scalar.
a new
We've
Final
got-
Fantasy friends.
We've got 100%, which
Unless...
is flat. I'll build it into the profile right now. Yeah.
Hey, first playthrough. That is tempting.
An unexpected ambition. Amphilia is lost for words. Wait, chat, how
Alright.
close are we to finishing post-round Reborn? The power to defend oneself? Tatsuru has ever been full of surprises.
I guess
Now
we'll
that I think
find
of it,
out.
I do recall Oriandru's
This is my
mention
first
that
time
she had
meeting
both
this
features
Mokizard.
in
That looks like she's
Or
going
she's gonna
through
become Arcanist?
a realm reborn.
Excuse me. Perhaps she hopes to gain administer.
But thanks for hanging out with me anyway.
Yes.
Everybody.
Hey, that's where I started.
I'll try to pop into your stream sometimes, Dark Nasty, when I get a chance.
But surely I'm not alone in my concern for her safety.
But it does seem like you and I have similar tastes in games.
So that's where we started. That's where our turn is.
But yeah,
Like 7 quests left. I think awesome.
let me think. I will stream
I
again
wondered, do you
Monday,
chance to
as long as I'm not too
commitment I
busy.
need to finish Hori Builder for capable adventure?
And
I'm sorry to say that
I'll
I
have a
yet
cat
to
stream
finish
1 p.m.
Now I realize
PST,
that you're rather more
game stream 9 p.m.
capable
PST.
adventurer,
I'll
and
see
the
y'all
escort duty is frankly being
next time.
overwhelming of your talents. Oh, thank you. But I have no use to return to a present. Might you be willing to forgo rest and assist in the matter? Wait, did you do